My name's Neville Hiscox. I'm the Chief Student Services Officer at Curtin University. Previous to that, I was at Monash University in a similar role, and I was fortunate enough to be a lead for one of the three universities, Monash, Melbourne and University of Auckland, who really implemented my eQuals were the first three institutions to go live, and those three institutions really drove the idea of this type of platform for Australia and New Zealand. Well, look, I think the main driver to begin with was really about fraud prevention, student mobility, really about closing that digitisation gap between paper and being able to send something that people had absolute trust in, and really a big lift to the student experience. We issue the testama, the transcript, the AHEGs, and we also do other student letters through there as well, so we find it a great delivery mechanism. It's been, really, I suppose, life-changing for a lot of the staff here, particularly in graduations, and for our students as well. Being able to issue my eQuals as soon as we confer students has been absolutely terrific for the student experience and the staff experience. From the student's perspective, it just works for them. You actually have to base the success sometimes on the noise you don't hear rather than the noise you hear, and you can see it from the stats of what we send out, what they share with their employers or other institutions, that it is working for them. So students, yes, I could go get a testimonial for them, but now it's just part of their university journey. That's what they expect. It's like anything. I have never had any negative feedback from the time we implemented it at Monash to current day. Never one bit of negative feedback from a student, which I think is testimony to how we use my eQuals as a tool to help students succeed in their learning and employment. We've set up a structure there where we have a user group, we have an operational group, which I've been fortunate enough to be able to chair over the years, and then we report into the steering committee, which has a very much a strategic look at my eQuals and what's happening, really around the world and around the sector, and how we can continue to grow and invest in that platform. And it really is, it's a delivery platform, and while it's used for academic credentials, and that was our main driver, that fraud prevention, being able to really send trusted documents, it really has multiple uses, and you just need to really think quite differently about what can be done. So I think it allows us now to do badges for microcredentials, the capabilities like graduate verification services we're moving into. And again, as is happening right across the world, we've got verifiable credentials and self-sovereignty, identity. So all these types of things we're starting to move towards from that embryonic stage. So we're actually quite a mature platform now, I think. And it's been terrific to see moving to the cloud with all our systems and having something like my eQuals there, being able to issue these credentials digitally to our students without them having to physically come in and collect it, so they could continue on either their learning journey or their employment journey. It has been just absolutely fantastic to be able to do that. So we're actually able to solve problems really quickly in the digital world using this type of platform. And I think the challenge when we originally started off was businesses accepting this, other countries accepting the so-called verified digital credential, but now that's so much less a challenge than what it originally was, and we can actually meet a student's needs or an employer's needs within a day, within an hour sometimes, if it really is that urgent. We've actually given the government a bit of a head start that they could showcase straight away. Straight away they could, build the digital passport, the learner passport, whatever name they want to use. It can be feeding. It can have a feed from eQuals already. So straight away, it's a success story for the government, and the students will continue to realise the benefits of eQuals, being able to share, trust, employment, all those types of benefits, with very little investment from the government, because a university has already made that investment through eQuals and through Parchment to ensure that there's a platform there that already works. As I said, I've never heard a complaint from a student, and I've actually never heard a complaint from an employer, because it's one of those things, it just works. It just works. And I think I would say to any institution that's looking to come on board, that this will, like I said at the beginning, this will change the way you do business and service your students. For students that are coming on board, I think you will realise different ways to be able to showcase what you have done as a student of a university or TAFE, whether that be via social media or by sharing this with employers. The opportunities with eQuals are really unlimited. It's only limited by our vision, and I think we will see eQuals continue to grow and be at the forefront of credential verification in the future, whatever those credentials may look like. And I think we will now start to see that data will underpin everything we do, which will again move to self-sovereignty and present some terrific opportunities for our learners to actually be in control of their credentials and their learning qualifications.